there, Justice 3 TV. It's me, Authorian, and welcome back to your daily dose of Marvel Strike Force. And today's topic is going to be Red Skull, who just popped into the roster for no apparent reason. Nothing on the blog posts, nothing in the community said about this. I have no idea if it's an accident or not, but I do have a few theories about what might be going on in the long term. So, Red Skull is here, and before I had told you guys that after I got Blah battle ready, I was going to head into Iron Man because I knew Ironheart was up next, since her gray head was pretty much the next thing on the list that I don't have unlocked yet. But then again, the other day, Red Skull just pops up out of nowhere in the roster, and have no idea why, but I do have a few theories. Marketing wise, I think they're probably, the money guys were in there and they thought that, hey, we can make a lot more money if we move in this direction here. And I think it's going to have to do with war and countering war all at the same time to try to make as much money as possible off of the, beginning origin type players. And it's going to start here. Now, before, Ironheart was going to come up and really give the Power Armor team a huge boost. Pretty much everything that Vision does, just better. And I think a lot of the teams that kind of get reworked, that's what's going to be happening, is that they're going to find characters that we have, as players, have, theory crafted into an amazing team, and then created actual character from the regular storyline in the comics to be able to fit in better with those characters overall. Now, preferably, I think I would have liked to seen Hulkbuster in here, but Ironheart is a cool character also, so I'm glad she's going to be a part of this group. However, since Red Skull is here now on the roster for no apparent reason, my guess is that Red Skull is going to release before Ironheart will now. And this is the reason being, I think they might be taking into account the progress people are making on their Hydra teams. So they might be able to get more offers out for the, each individual Hydra. Maybe get another double shard day for us. But once, I could tell you a couple things about Hydra. I've been playing with them a little bit. Mostly, I try to stick on tier 6 of Blitz. I score much higher when I try to go through there. I have a set of, dedicated fail teams to get me through, and I just cycle through them as fast as possible, and I cut up my 2-hour timer into 1 hour and 25 minutes that way. However, I have been running into a unique experience with my Blitz, and that is I'm very well-rounded when it comes to my roster and my collection. So I can't really float at 6 or 7 anymore because I keep popping up, because the fail teams that I do have are starting to win more often. And one of the dedicated fail teams that I used to have is these Hydra characters. Now, even at 8-1, they are winning some really tough battles or getting dangerously close to winning them. So I'm talking, teams that normally I would count on winning, like Wakanda, or Defenders. I would definitely count on them to take down my failed teams without any real problems. But now, with this new Hydra rework, they're actually winning more times than not, even at 8-1. So I'm going to have to start upping my game a little bit, but the problem is, because of red stars and whatnot, the probability of winning actually drops pretty dramatically. For instance, I kept data early on when I first started playing. When I was at 8.3 in Blitz, I originally, before red stars, I was getting 97.3 to 99% win rate all the time, which was great because I calculated I'd be able to get into the top 10 all the time just by going through my roster and just keep building it up that way. Well, it turns out when red stars came up, that 95+% dropped all the way down to almost 57% just because of red stars. Now, I'm not complaining about red stars. I think it's a great system, but now when you're dealing with a tier 7 and tier 8, when a character gets red stars anywhere from 5 to 7, it completely changes the combat profile of every team that you play. So I'll give you, for instance, a negative consequence. X-Men. If Storm has higher red stars than a lot of the other characters on the team, and you try to bring them into, like, let's say a Coulson's Fury fight, Storm's going to get focused down pretty bad, and it's actually going to be extremely difficult to get Phoenix taken down, so that way Dark Phoenix can come in and start wasting away at all the positive statuses that come in and then taking that team down. It actually makes it really difficult. But when you go up against some other teams that you would noticeably see as a lot easier, even at tier 7 or tier 6, they'll be extremely difficult, even if one character has 6 red stars or 7 red stars. For instance, Wakanda, any character that has regenerative abilities per turn is going to be extremely difficult to take down. Especially characters that do have Drain as a part of their normal attacks. Like in Wakanda, Killmonger has that ability. And every single time he attacks, he's going to drain some HP and give it back to himself. He's notoriously hard to take down once he has 6 or even 7 red stars at that point. So the point being is, combat profiles change dramatically. And Hydra is doing really well with their rework. I cannot imagine how they're going to do, especially in war defensively, when Red Skull comes in. Now, the point I want to make with Red Skull coming in, the theory that I have that he's going to be coming a lot earlier than Ironheart, is that they're going to look at his unlock for one thing. It's at 100 shards. That to me smells like $50 offers, 2 of them. So that's a $100 character if you're looking to get his offers when they first come in, because they are always 55 shards, what's going to be a guaranteed unlock with your purchase, then some extra pulls to be able to get more stars for him. And being the kind of character that he is, being a defensive powerhouse team with Hydra, just like Asgard is right now, it's going to be pretty big for any alliance that is considered competitive. And unfortunately for you guys out there in alliances that are not competitive, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be coming up against a lot of these Hydra defenses, and it's hard not to justify going after Red Skull. Now, as far as I've been reading and any kind of knowledge that I do have, Red Skull will be available for Blitz. 100 is a lot to ask for when it comes to blitzing, which means with every new character, there's always 2 weeks of blitzes. You gotta shoot for that 85 both of those weeks to be able to unlock this Red Skull. Now, of course, one of the weeks you can go under a little bit, but I would not do that in week 1, because in week 1, that's the time where your characters will always get the most shards. In week 2, they actually lower the amount of shards that you can get for what that normally in Blitz you're looking at like a 55 chunk right there. That 55 disappears and you have to shoot for 85. So it's just safer to try to optimize your roster so that you can get to 85 as handily as you can. If not, and you are interested in being a paying player, then that for sure is going to be a $50 offer with 2 offers available, making him a $100 guaranteed unlock. Now, Ironheart, my theory on Ironheart for their marketing strategy for her character. They could go another $100 package on Ironheart, being what she's going to bring to this power armor team. And I think what they want to see is how Hydra and Red Skull, how the public is going to respond to those characters being on the field during war. If it's that devastating, they probably will increase the price point and value of Ironheart. Her stock will go way up, because to me, when you're looking at their kits and what she's bringing to the team, where Red Skull is bringing tons and tons of speed, which is usually the game changer no matter what in any game that's turn-based, power armor brings the damage. they can do it, and they can do it quickly, especially since there's positive statuses that are popping onto the Hydra characters. What it means is that power armor is going to be a dedicated Hydra takedown counter team. So however the public responds to this Hydra team with Red Skull, and Ironheart stock is going to go way up. They could change her offer from an easy 25 to a very tough guaranteed unlock 55, which would kind of suck and betray that 45 that you see right there. These don't mean anything, but it does mean that, you know, each character might be a little bit tougher to unlock. But that's what I'm saying, though, is that if Red Skull and Hydra become so devastating, it's going to increase the value of that power armor team to skyrocketing levels. Now, timeline. When is this all going down? Well, given that tonight is the week 1 blitz for Blob, and I do highly recommend that you fight hard for Blob. That new Brotherhood version 3.0 that I call 3.0 is definitely a high value team to have on offense in war. So definitely go after Blob. But since that's week 1 and then week 2 is next week, now this as absolutely quickly as possible they could even bother making money and getting another character out, they will not even think about doing it until week 2 of Blob. We could see something as early as the latter end of next week. We're talking like a Friday or a Sunday, or even like the Tuesday after week 2 is over with. And then we're looking at Red Skull coming up in Blitz. So if you're looking to actually unlock him and pay for his offers, which I know for sure that's gonna be a $50 offer, and you're gonna get 2. So if you're thinking about saving up to try to get Red Skull, $100, man, and you'll guarantee unlock him probably as early as the end of next week. Alright, well, that's all the time I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the show and found it actually informative. And if you did, drop a like on this video. It goes a long ways to me getting to that new 500 subscriber goal that I have for myself. I do like doing these daily shows, and I'll keep doing them because, like I said in the very first show, something keeps changing every single day. It does make the game just as interesting as it does frustrating. And we've all been there, especially when we first started playing. And it's just good, I think, to see a player go through the motions as handily as I can. I do like the strategy involved. And I do like looking at things like this, where what happened? You know, was Red Skull being added to the roster an accident? It's not like it hasn't happened before. I mean, if everybody remembers when Cyclops was here, I mean, Red Skull was another talking point also. You know, Okoye at one point was another one of those characters way back when. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. But the point being is, I think this is a marketing strategy. I mean, by putting Red Skull down first, they increase the stock value of Ironheart, and furthermore, increasing the stock in power armor. So if you already got a really good power armor team, Ironheart is going to be the way to go. And I don't know what they're going to do with her. I think that 3 sets of blitzes is a little much at this point, and I don't see that likely happening. Alright, but like I was saying before, drop a like if you're brand new to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. It's always on the right hand side of the screen or in a link in the description below. Also, for the extra videos that'll be dropping today, I'm hoping to get 1-4 and 1-5 of the Misfit Adventures, uploaded for you guys so that way you can enjoy them. Now, I am going to say this. I do all the campaigns and upload them like this on purpose because there are a lot of people who won't get the, not a lot of newer players that won't get the opportunity to even get into the easy mode of the campaigns. I was actually there when I first started playing around the Deadpool, character campaign, and it kind of sucked that I couldn't even get in there and enjoy the story. And I tell you this much, character events, it's extremely rare to even see them pop back around at any point. So it's good to actually upload these videos for everybody to enjoy, just for the story, if anything. Of course, 1-7, 8, and 9 will be dropping with this Misfits Fantastics team, but I do have other teams that I have taken through. Ask a question, leave some comments. I'll let you know what I did and what my opinion is on the teams that I had. If you haven't caught the video for the team building, I'll leave that in the description also, and you can check that out. So until tomorrow, I'll see you guys on the next one.